start with you.
Make us put it in the bathroom and leave and go home.
Yeah, for real.
He's done.
He's done.
He's done. He looks done. He looks done.
Yeah. Say before.
Now, if you can't understand all of the facts that Captain brought out and we brought out,
right,
then
there's no hope.
There's no hope for you. Right? How much Yasha is not dealing with you.
Right.
It's just that simple.
Vocab.
Well, he's the adder in the way.
All right, before I get into my reasons, I'll rebut one thing he said. Using the Zondervan Victoria Encyclopedia of the Bible, page 886. I don't know if Tazariak read this part or if it's a different edition, but let me read this, what it says. This is a resource he used to try to disprove what I'm saying tonight. Listen to this carefully. All of the teachings about virginity in the OT are carried over and related to in the NT. The primary discussion of the subject has rested upon the statements concerning Mary in the gospel narratives. It is abundantly clear that the virginity of Mary is taught in Semitic terms in Luke 1:34. Since I have no husband. This phrase is nearly identical to that in Genesis 24:16. The variation being countable in the shift from third to first person. The Septuagint of that passage reads, a man had not known her. I'm going to go down a little bit more and read about.
If you want to get technical, there was a point where a man didn't know her, and then a man did know her. So this was during the time when they were already engaged. And like I said, they don't go into any history of what actually happened. How was he able to get with Mary if she was supposedly living with her father, Eli, or her parents?
Right.
My theory is this. This is my theory. In the ancient world, you had well-to-do Israelites that had houses, big houses, and they always had a guest house, which is a separate house from the big house.
Right.
Like the plantation.
Right.
They said, well, now say in the big house, and you was in a little house, right?
Okay.
Right.
So she could have been in the guest house, and he couldn't wait. I have a friend that grew up with a Cuban dude that he was engaged to this girl. He was young. He was about 16. And the parents was thinking that they ain't touching each other. And he was popping her, you know.
Yeah.
But he didn't get her pregnant. He pulled it out or whatever.
Right.
But they were getting it in for months before they got married.
Right.
But if they got pregnant, the parents on each side would look at them. They would look at the man and say, "See, and he couldn't." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that, man. So that's what happened with
Yeah.
That's what happened with Joseph.
Yeah.
Joseph was a man of a certain age. We don't know the exact age. I would say he was maybe in his 40s.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It could have been 40s, 45.
Yep.
And Mary had to be, I would say, some
13.
scholars say 14. I say, yes.
13.
You know, it's 13.
13, yeah.
You know?
She's a little...
Right.
And she was developed.
Yeah.
Well
She was
developed.
developed. You know,
Well developed.
Oh, man, and PJ Hill, she was developed.
I also had a thought, too. What if Mary was, when the angel came to her, what if she was overwhelmed and she told a fib? What if she said, I don't know any man? You know, what if that? Because when the angel came to Sarah lied.
Well, but no. But she, in other words, Joseph hadn't slept with her, or that could have been a couple of months before he got with Joseph.
Right.
Eli said, "Okay, you can just. I made a decision. You're going to get with this man right here."
Yeah.
So we don't know between the lines. But we know.
Right. She may have lied.
She was a virgin one day.
Right.
And the next day, she wasn't a virgin.
Right.
And Joseph was like, I hope she don't get pregnant.
Right. And then
she started showing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then when it said he sought to put her away privately.
Yeah.
Then he said, well, he tried to break her. No, he tried to hide her.
Hide her, right. But she was already pregnant.
She started showing.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, because that was before they had the
ceremony.
The feast and then the consummation.
Right, the consummation.
Let me say this. Now, it was on him. It wasn't on her because she didn't know no better. She was just a little coming into womanhood.
Right.
You know? So he was the one that had to hide it. She didn't say, well, let me go hide myself.
Right.
You know?
Yep. That's how it went down.
Orthodox, which is
If I may
different.
say, Apostle, the angel told Joseph, don't fear not to take her to be your wife.
Because it was done by the Spirit.
At that time, they had already
Because
had sex.
they already had sex.
Right.
Already.
So he said that basically the angel said, let me explain it to you, fucking moron. The angel pretty much explained, you know she's pregnant,
Right.
but don't worry about it,
Right.
okay?
Right.
Because you have to fulfill prophecy that way,
Right.
you know?
Word used there by Matthew and by Luke as well. Listen to this carefully. This is Zondervan's Pictorial Encyclopedia of the Bible, 886. At no point in the New Testament is the term Parthenos ever used apart from virgins. The term is used in the masculine plural in Revelation 14:4. Revelation 14:4 is on the screen. Look what it says. It defined.
Yeah, it said masculine plural because it was talking about men.
Right.
144,000 of men.
Men.
And that word, if it was in the Hebrew, would be batwala, meaning untouched by what? By religion. It's talking about women. Give me that in Proverbs about the woman.
Yeah.
I believe it's Proverbs 9, if I'm not mistaken. It speaks about the woman.
How's it going?
I can't. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me find it.
Yeah.
I haven't read it.
Well, like the captain said, that sometimes those words don't actually mean sex. They're used, but sometimes they don't actually mean sex. Like in the case with he quoted Revelation, these are for their virgins. It had nothing to do with sex.
Right.
Let's see if I can find it. I'll find it. Could be Proverbs 9. Let me do this.
Oh, the one about she sitteth at the door? No.
That's, what is that? Oh,
Proverbs 9.
Go ahead and read that.
Proverbs 9 and 14. It says, for she sitteth at the door of her house, on a seat in the high
That's
place.
not what I wanted. It's in Proverbs 7. That's a good one too. But Proverbs 7.
Oh, 7. That sounds more like it. The strange woman